What would you say you love most, what you do in the business versus what you enjoy doing the least in the business?
So I'd say I enjoy most the ability to decide at a high level like how we're going to invest in our team, how we're going to strategize on the next moves, and just the amount of autonomy we have to make those decisions and the vision that we can create and building that together. But yeah, that would definitely be my favorite, just thinking through how to tap into the genius of our team and allow them to create what they want to create inside of our business too is really exciting. And then what do I enjoy least? I think sometimes those amount of options, like the fact that we can do what we want, can put you in a paralysis at times where there's so many decisions, there's so many data, you feel the weight of that decision too, of your ability to do anything you want is also like, well, which option should I pick? Where if you're working in a company and you have a lot more support, like there's a built out finance department, HR department, there's a leadership team, your lane becomes a little more obvious into where you're going, which can feel restrictive and can also feel empowering sometimes. You're like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, I would say that piece sometimes where you feel like, man, you wish you had more resources or more people. So I would say it's both my favorite and sometimes can be the biggest challenge of feeling like what is the next step. So
Yeah, I know one of those decisions or weights that's definitely increased over the year has been the financial side.
Yeah.
And I know as business owners, it's just a different level of weight that you feel when you're responsible for other people, not just yourself and your family. And I remember, when we were first started off and as we grew, it was like, okay, payroll, 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, 100,000, right? Like as that number got bigger, like the weight just can get a little bit heavier because it's just a lot. And you have a lot of team members and families that rely on you. And so I know that's something that as we've grown as business owners, even just that financial weight, it's motivating, right? Because it helps make sure you want to keep your people fed. We work really hard to bring great people on our team. And so it's a great motivator, but it's also a great responsibility. And so the financial side, and with that's always the, taking calculated risks when you're growing, right? You're having to invest in growth that isn't guaranteed. So many factors, so many decisions, like Wes said, that you're taking into account. What I like doing the best in the business, I would agree with Wes, like investing in our people is one of my favorite. I enjoy inventing. So if you're familiar with Working Genius, I'm a pretty high I. And so I like coming up with new systems, new processes, new thoughts and ideas within the company. What I don't like doing is being stuck in any of those for any extended period of time. So I like to invent or create or streamline, kind of get in there on a project basis, get the people plugged in, get the system and structure in place, and then I like to back out and get on to the next project. So if I were to have to maintain any of those systems, like I would really struggle in that kind of that. What's that?
You feel trapped.
I feel more trapped. Yeah, that day to day kind of doing the same task. I think one of the beauties in owning your business is you have quite a bit of control over that if you're intentional, right? There's a lot of times where you might feel stuck in a certain role or position because that's what the company needs. And if you're not intentional, you end up hating what you're doing. So you have to be intentional with creating the system and plugging in the good people and then backing yourself out of what you don't want to be doing anymore.